Hello everyone and welcome to Whimsy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd. I know I go through a whole day and don't know what day it is. It was one thing when I was waking up in the morning and I hadn't checked the date. But yeah, I went through an entire school day and I never looked at the date. So yep, it's the 23rd of September, which means we're officially into fall. I can tell you it's actually a really nice day outside. I would love to have the windows open, but as some of you may know, we're getting new blacktop. I know some people wouldn't really care, but blacktop happens to be a migraine trigger for me, so all those stinky smells must stay outside and yeah, far away. They're telling us it's going to be 4 days of this. And they are actually doing all of the original, like parking areas for the original buildings rather than the addition. And then we're getting new lines. Now, here's the thing. I grew up in the country. My driveway was always dirt and gravel. The road that I lived on wasn't repaved or surfaced or whatever. They put new stone down. Occasionally there'd be oil. But nope, no blacktop. This is the first time in my life that I've had blacktop done in this close proximity. Like, I know the old apartment had a little chunk added on. It didn't smell anything like this. And I kind of think we might have been gone that weekend or something. But anyway, yeah, not thrilled. Windows are closed despite it being almost 80. All right, enough of that. So, I have oodles of different tidbits to share, and most of them are not my tidbits. So let's get the my tidbit out of the way. Want to make sure everyone caught the video about the Parasol pen wipe kits being available. Most of them have sold. I think there's only 2 or 3 left in the shop. So if you want to get one of these, make sure you grab it soon. I think it was Sunday I posted these and most of them were gone by the time I went to bed. So that includes the kit. There's a video that tells you about the kit and I'll relink it here. So the kit includes the crochet hook that becomes the parasol. The hook is actually a complete one. It doesn't have the end broken off like this one. It's more like this guy. It's going to have this beautiful wool. I never get the name of this right. And I covered it up, didn't I? What is this called? This is Feldini. It's a dense wool. And it's got a lot of body, but when you touch it, it's beautifully soft. So the crochet hook, the wool, pre-pinked on one of my original pinking machines, and then a string of beads. And then you will also get a link to a new video that are the directions. So I did video directions for this kit. All right, so that's over in the Etsy shop. Be sure to grab yours. Like I said, there's only 2 or 3 left. All right, so now on to all the cool things. Okay, not the parasol, that the parasols weren't cool. I think they were cool. Just want to share some of the neat opportunities that are out there. Still in the midst of this pandemic, people have had time to come up with some really great online programs. One of which I was able to help out with this last weekend called Costume On. It's basically a... Here goes the crazy Clara, who did participate, by the way. So Costume On is a historical costuming conference that had people from coast to coast, east to west, north to south, all over the place. And it was packed full. I lost track of how many sessions there actually were, but it looked like there was 4 different tracks going at the same time. So I have no idea what she's doing. So I was able to admin for a few of those classes this weekend. There were some drafting classes that used different systems. There were millinery classes. There were smaller activity classes. There were informational classes. There was this incredible lecture on 18th century glass as it was used in fashion, done by a gentleman from the Corning Museum of Glass. And I've got to say, just with the part that I caught, I've so got to buy his book, which is available from Corning. It was just packed full. It was really great. And so I was able to do some stuff on Saturday, do some stuff on Sunday, hung out in the lounge a little bit on Saturday. Definitely a great program. And this was the second one. The first one was at the beginning of COVID. This was the second one. And hopefully they will go forward and do some more of those in the future. All right, so that was last weekend. This upcoming weekend, I'm gonna wake up my tablet here. I wanna make sure I get these all right. So this upcoming weekend, I'm doing a program with the Regency Society of Virginia. And they're doing, it's a embroidery sew-along. And I think they're taking up to like 80 or 100 people. It's like, I want to take that back. I'm not sure how many people they're taking. I saw a big number. I was like, oh, wow, on how many it's going to be. But this is the second one that I'm going to do with them. The first one I did was that cute little inked bag. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's really fun because a lot of people that I haven't met before, very laid back, very welcoming. I will confess, despite the early mailed material list, I have fallen short and I have not gotten out my materials yet. I'm really, really hoping that my lawn is in one of those boxes in the millinery room. It's like I can picture it. The problem is, you know, it's white and it folds up all tiny. And I know it's in one of a particular kind of tote, but I have like 8 of them. So yeah, but I'm really looking forward to that. The plan is to do a kerchief, a wearable size kerchief. So 30 by 30, maybe 36 by 36. We'll see. Not sure what the width is. If I can go wider, I'll be much happier. If I could do a nice long triangle, I'll be ecstatic. Anyway, so that's what is happening this Saturday that I'll be doing. I don't know if there's spaces left. I think it closed last night, but double check if you're interested. It's the Regency Society of Virginia. Like I said, I think it might have closed last night. All right, so then the next thing I want you to know about, let me get this up here, is a program that the Genesee Country Museum just announced. This is called Rightfully Hers, the webinar series, Building the Foundation for Freedom, Suffrage, and Equality. Okay, so this is actually going to start on Wednesday nights. So yes, the same night as this program. The difference is mine's recorded. This is live. You can watch this one later too, but I think it would be more important for you to catch this live. You might be able to get mine before this one goes on. Starts on October 21st. And so there's 5 sessions, okay? Let me read these to you. Beyond Suffrage, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and the Radical Reform in Western New York. That's the first one on the 21st of October. The second is a chat with Harriet Tubman. It's on the 28th. The third one right in the middle is Black Women's Struggle for Suffrage, Lessons and Legacies. That's on the 4th of November. The 5th one is Like a Boss, Pioneering Women in Business and Engineering. So that really brings us into the current, I think. That'll be on the 11th. And then the final one on the 18th of November is a Storm Center for Reformers, the Sherwood Equal Rights Historic District. And I have to admit, I know nothing about this topic. So this is all over on the Genesee Country Museum's website. I don't know why that's not popping back up there. I will add the link down below, but this is what the page looks like when you're looking for it. And they have a thorough description of what the series will be, which ones are when, the price for registration, which is really affordable. for 5 lectures, you're getting a really good price on this. And then it breaks down each of the lectures in the series and a good bit of information on each one of these. All right, so like I said, I will add the link to this so you can check that out yourself and try to get those registrations in early. And it's right at the bottom where you can buy the tickets, okay? So make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom and it lets you register now. You can pick the full series and then you just simply add it to your cart. Really simple system. All right. Then next up, I was so excited. I think it was it Monday? I can't even remember what day I saw this pop up on Facebook. But Corset and Cravats is doing a virtual set of activities as well. All right, and I'll add this link. So there's a variety of things going on here, okay? And I'm just going to give you kind of like an overview. And this all starts, I think, in October. So the first one on here that pops up is October 3rd. And these are going to be limited size classes, some of them. All right, so they have a UFO. So it's basically going to be like a sit and sew together, catch up with friends. Then they're going to do a show and tell, also a limited size class. And then they're starting a book club. Love that. And then there's an image share. Then, I want to make sure I'm getting these right. Textile traditions and transition. So this one sounds like a presentation. And then Liz Clark is going to do having a fit with Liz and Kit. This one sounds like an absolute hoot, okay? And then there's another one, prepare your hair. And so that one goes all the way into December. So these are going to span the next few months. And I love that they're putting these together. So this is a glimpse of what that page looks like. So I'll link that and you know what you're looking for. And it has each of the classes separated with an image as you scroll down through. So you know what you're looking for, okay? And it looks like the registration is right there at the bottom. And Miss Clara wants to hop up and say hello. Yes. So she was very interested in Saturday's Zoom session to the point where she hopped up on the keyboard because we were right here for that. And she's not used to the laptop being here. She's used to the phone being here for the camera. Luckily, she didn't hang anything up because I think if I hung up, everybody would have hung up. So that was a bit of a startle. And she kind of got tossed on the floor. And for the rest of the morning and midday, she sat over on the back of the couch, really quite befuddled. Was not happy with me, now were you? Yeah. So she did join in on Sundays and even last night's Zoom, which was on the couch, which is what she's used to more of. What you can't see right now, other than her tail in my face, is the tablet sitting just underneath the camera, which might make the camera move. She's rubbing on it. She has this thing lately of rubbing on the tablet. Oh my goodness. So what day was that? That was Sunday, I think. So I'm scrolling through on my tablet and she's sitting on my lap and I didn't realize she was looking at the tablet. And I came onto like a video GIF, you know, they're the longer than the regular GIFs, of this duck climbing over alligators. And then the alligators jumped up and were like snapping at the duck. I have never seen her freak out the way she did. Her ears like went back and her head darted and then she just hopped up on the back of the couch. She was really unhappy. I did not like what was on the camera or on the screen. You're gonna knock everything over, honey. Careful. All right, so Flexi Tripod's good for most things. It's not exactly camera cat, I don't know, friendly, durable. All right. Trying to remember what else I was going to tell you. Oh, book. There's a book I started reading online while I've been waiting for it to come. Oh, where is it? I want to make sure I get this title right. What's wrong here? It's unhappy. Okay, so yes, I know my cart's empty. I want my orders. Okay, for some reason it's having trouble giving me my orders. All right, I just didn't like that finger. All right, so this book that I started reading, it's called Threads of Life, A History of the World Through the Eye of a Needle, and it's by Claire Hunter. So you know how some styles of writing just feel almost rhythmic and lyrical? That's what I've read so far of her writing. I've only made it through the first chapter because that's what it gave me for free. And so I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I keep getting tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. But take a look at this book. It's actually, now that I look at this, now on sale on Amazon. I don't think I got it at the sale price. So it's normally $26. It's now $17.39. So I guess now would be a good time to grab it. You can see, I think it's a chapter and a half, roughly. I think you'll see why I want it to arrive so badly. She talks about a couple textiles that I've actually not seen in the first chapter, and simultaneously I feel guilty that I've never seen them. I should know what they are, and then also incredibly curious about what they look like based on what she's written. I've definitely developed a picture in my mind, and now I have to find out if they match. But I'm making myself not look for the pieces or look for photos of the pieces until I have the book, because I want to be able to put my thoughts down when I look up the pictures. And based on what she's saying, I need to find different pictures because there's been different renditions in terms of illustrations and photos of one of the pieces over the years. But anyway, so that, I'll link that also because I am just wowed by that. Actually, and I put together a new list at Amazon. It's, I think I called it Books of the Pandemic or something. So it's basically books that I came across with different lectures or presentations that are on the I need to get these list. But it seems to be growing faster than I'm purchasing them. Anyway, so I guess that's it for today. I thought I was going to have a lot of material, then I thought I was going to have no material, and well, then I just talked. All right, I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.